Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, P7 pupils right across Northern Ireland today learned which post-primary school they will be attending, and to those who have secured a place in their first choice school, well done. But even if you didn't get your first choice, don't worry. Whatever school you go to, you're simply embarking on the next chapter in your life, and there will be opportunities for you in your new school in the years ahead to realise your dreams, and there will be plenty of people, including your teachers, there to encourage you. The experience of school, of course, has for all school children dramatically changed because of COVID-19, and as we emerge from lockdown, the same is true for wider society. Until a vaccine is found, we are all going to have to adjust to the new realities of COVID-19 life. The Executive has agreed today to proposals to align childcare as closely as possible to the Executive's return to work decision-making and restart planning for schools. As a first step, from the 8th of June 2020, the definition of a key worker used for childcare purposes will be brought into line with the key worker definition for schools. The Executive has also agreed for regulations to be introduced that will require self-isolation for those arriving into Northern Ireland after starting their journey outside of the common travel area. The Health Minister will lay the regulations with a fine for breaches of £1,000, and they will come into effect on Monday the 8th of June. Those who arrive into Dublin or indeed into other destinations in the Irish Republic but travel to Northern Ireland will also fall under those regulations. As Northern Ireland emerges cautiously but sensibly from lockdown, guided by the latest medical and scientific advice, the progress that we have achieved has been made possible by a majority of people sticking closely to the public health guidance on COVID-19. You have had to sacrifice many freedoms that we all took for granted, and it is that selflessness and communal spirit that has driven down the level of transmission, or R rate. As we resume some activities, there is a palpable sense of relief out there that we are slowly but surely emerging from lockdown. However, we need to be careful that in our enthusiasm to restore the rights we previously had, we exercise them responsibly and don't lose our sense of perspective. Because COVID-19 is still claiming lives in Northern Ireland, and it can do that when crowds gather, even in their dozens, and social distancing is ignored. So while I completely understand the desire of people to protest yesterday at Belfast City Hall about the horrific death of George Floyd, they need to think very carefully about whether there are other, safer ways to protest. Are there ways that respect the need for social distancing and avoid risking participants' lives, possibly harnessing technologies in ways that others in faith communities, in the creative arts and politics have done? Because let's be clear, many have cancelled mass gatherings, such as the 12th of July, for very good reasons. People have been denied the opportunity to attend the funerals of their family, friends and relatives. Mass gatherings, such as we've seen yesterday, are dangerous, however laudable the cause may be. And there are alternative ways to protest, and I encourage people to explore those alternative ways. Now, there have been many incidences in recent weeks around the world of countries having to reconsider relaxations because of spikes in infection. China, Germany, Saudi Arabia, Lebanon and South Korea have all had to roll back relaxations. In this last 24 hours, Israel has also begun considering to do the same. Last week, the Executive announced that provided the R rate remained stable, people would be permitted from June the 8th to attend the needs of welfare of their pets or non-farm animals. Depending on the R rate, we also said that from June the 8th, outdoor marriages and civil partnership ceremonies would be allowed, with the number of people attending limited to 10. Outdoor sports facilities would be permitted open. Outdoor retailers would be allowed to trade again, such as new and used car sales, as well as business trading in light motor vehicles, lorries and trailers, and agriculture and other large machinery. Now, it is important that we recognise that there are many who have taken these regulations to heart, and they are working in a good way with the Executive. However, we do need to be careful that we consider and we continue to do what is right We have now engaged in a new strapline. It is work safe, save lives, and we will continue to do what we can to facilitate everyone so that we can move forward.